Halito, Amankana Chimi, Chukma, Iopochi Dreamwalk. Good morning, friends. This is Kvmr FM Nevada City, KCPC Camino. It is I, Mischief. The program is Dreamwalk. Why did I stutter? Because today we have Veronica Johnny from the punk rock group The Johnnies, and so it's going to be kind of dream rockin'. I'm still going to take it easy on you this morning. You know, give you the usual native mellowness, native medicine, native serenity. But then I'm going to rock your socks off. You might not even notice. It may just come on sudden. I have no idea how this is going to affect you, but it's going to. So thank you, Jimmy Grimes, for leading it up with Zeppelin. There's many times that I'm like, oh, I wish they were native, because then I'd have a reason to stalk them and share them on the program. But Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, they do not count. But legends, speaking of legends, we're going to end the program with some Link Ray. I found a bunch. The missing Link, the missing rock Link. He is the one that is doing a movie with Stevie Salas about all the unknown, unnoticed chunks of rock history that were left out and had Native American contributions. So that should be an awesome movie. I'm trying to get Stevie to premiere it here because, well, it's Stevie and I love him. For the 10 o'clock hour, we would love to thank Big O Tires, with independently owned tire and automotive stores throughout Northern California and Northern Nevada, providing brake service, alignment, suspension repair, oil changes, and scheduled vehicle maintenance. Locations are online at bigotires.com. And Lake Tahoe Summerfest presents a classical music series with internationally renowned musicians from various orchestras throughout the country, July 31st through August 16th, Fridays and Saturdays at 7:15 p.m. and Sundays at 4 p.m. Sierra Nevada College, Lake Tahoe. Tickets and information at TahoeSummerfest.org. And thank you, Booktown Books, a cooperative bookstore offering books on all subjects such as art, physical science, romance, music, a room for LPs, CDs, DVDs, a fantasy room, and a rare book room. Open every day at 107 Bank Street, Grass Valley, 530-272-4655. If anything, stop by and find out what a fantasy room is. I'm scared. I'm intrigued. A little bit more scared here. It is Grass Valley. Some of you guys have some weird fantasies. All right. That's old business. New business. Today's phrase of the day is miigwech, which is Ojibwe for thank you. Now you can add a chi in front, chi miigwech, which is like a big thank you, right? So I want to say chi miigwech to all of our, help me Kayla if I do this right, our Facebook friends, our Instagram followers, and our Twitter followers. Okay, I got the shake of approval. So thank you to our followers and friends all over the interwebs. It's fun. I enjoy interacting and sharing stuff with you. So what else am I going to share? What did we cover? We got Veronica Johnny from the Johnnies coming up at a little after 11. Some great native music coming at you. And so I think I have said enough words. It is Dreamwalk. I am Mischief. Chi miigwech. All of our listeners. You ready to have a fun day? I am. We'll be right back.
Gather with friends and neighbors at the Nevada County Fairgrounds for world-class Celtic music and magic. KVMR Celtic Festival tickets are on sale. For advanced ticket pricing, get your tickets now. The festival gets a running start on Friday with our Youth Arts program, followed by the Friday Night Ceilidh, an evening of Celtic music and dance featuring the Reel of Seven. Our 2015 main stage headliners include the legendary Irish accordionist Sharon Shannon, Galician piper Carlos Nunez, fiddler Hanukkah Cassell, Scottish rockers Dime, the return of Irish sister quartet Screaming Orphans, and many more. You can purchase and print tickets online at kvmrcelticfestival.org anytime prior to and even during the festival. You can also get tickets by stopping in at KVMR Business Office at 120 Bridge Street in Nevada City, or by calling the office at 530-265-9073 between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m.
It's the KVMR Celtic Festival, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The Celtic Festival is presented with support from the Briar Patch Natural Foods Co-op, Kelly Family Vineyards, Sierra Nevada Brewing Company, the Union Newspaper, and AJA Video.
Come for the music and stay for the magic.
Starchy Montoya was a normal-looking kid at 7. But during the school year, his mamas shaved his head, starched his Levi's, made them sound like a paper bag when he sat down. So all the kids, they called him Starchy. Every morning he would come over early to my grandparents' summer house. He sat in the kitchen with them. I looked out of my warm blankets and could see Starchy eating oatmeal and tortillas with steam coming out of his well-worn, mildewy clothes. Grandma was mad at all the rain and the mud because the house and the roof always leaked at the same place every time it rained hard. Starch said, "Grandma, Tito, the rain is good. The spirits of the mountain are happy we got Blue Lake back. That's why it's been cloudy and rainy all over." Well, that's what my Tama said. His daddy was on the war chief's staff, and the staff had killed some buffalo so that they could feed all the people at the celebration for winning back our holy lands. We could faintly hear the drumming and the singing from our grandma's house. We went into the pueblo. At the east side wall, we stood leaning on our bikes. Starchy had an orange modified chopper with a silver banana seat. Starchy said he was going to customize mine into a chopper too. We just had to get to the dump to look for an old bicycle to get the forks off of, he said. Hey, look at all the people in line to eat buffalo, said Starch. There were black people in raincoats, white people with brightly colored umbrellas, Indians and hippies from Hondo, Spanish folks holding up cardboard and plastic bags to keep the rain from soaking them. All these people in line from the racetrack to the middle bridge, talking, smiling, laughing, keeping time with the drum, because the people of the small pueblo they had helped had won over the government. The elders praised a man by the name of Nixon, the President of the United States of America, who signed a piece of paper that said the land is Taos Indian land, and it shall always stay wild. You know, for 64 years, the people from the pueblo had fought hard to gain the land back, every year going back and forth to Washington, D.C. Starchy and I knew Blue Lake was Holy Land. We didn't know who Nixon was. We didn't know all the hard-to-understand situations, and we sure didn't know who all the people in line were. They walked under an arbor with an American flag that was soaking wet and hung heavily on a white cedar post flagpole. The people danced, the people sang, and many remembered the ones that passed on, the ones that fought hard to get our land back, the ones that were never able to see this day. We ate some buffalo. Starchy and I got on our bikes and headed for the dump to look for old bicycle forks. We dodged mud puddles to a cadence of faint drumming and singing. I thought about the Holy Land. I thought about the man called Nixon and about the heavy wet American flag. Well, I guess America's good, I thought. It gave our land back to us. But I was just 7 years old. Hardly traditional yet, and maybe I'll understand the man, Nixon, America, and the Holy Land when I get older. What was more important now was catching up to smelly, starchy Montoya and riding to the dump to look for old bicycle forks to make me a modified chopper with a white banana seat.
This is KVMR FM Nevada City, KCPC Camino. We would like to thank Summertime's Bakery and Deli, now offering limited table service where patrons order at the counter, choose their table, and they're served by Summertime's wait staff thereafter, right? It kind of gives you the authority, the upper hand. I'm going to sit where I want. Then you will serve me. The dining room features art by local artists, plus an area where kids may draw and play. Pictures and more online at Facebook. Everybody Facebooks. We Facebook Dreamwalk KVMR. We also have the Chapaday Facebook Save Native Lives. Veronica, we covered her Facebook. KVMR is a Facebook and an Instagram and a Twitter. And let's talk about kvmr.org, the website. From that website, you can go to playlists and access all the music that has been played. There are podcasts, there are blogs. You can stream live. What? Yeah, just stream live. Whatever's playing, you can listen to online, so no more of that. I don't get reception. You don't need it. You just need some interwebs. And if you don't have interwebs, I do not know what to tell you, because that ship has sailed. Old business, new business. All right. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to say, whatever, deal with it, and get to some Johnnies. Does that sound good? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people that listen in for the flute, because now you're going to be listening for the drums and the vocals and the in-your-face message, right? So it's like, imagine just Buffy St. Marie all jacked up on a whole bunch of caffeine or something, if that makes you feel better. I don't know. I'm going to get to it. Thanks for listening.
rock and roll, throw me to the wolves. I'd rather swim with sharks than board your ship of fools. Monkey see, monkey do, well that don't work for me. Flying high on raven's wings, only two's gonna set us free. Caught on the wrong side, on the wrong damn side of the law. Caught on the wrong side, on the wrong damn side of the law. Caught on the wrong side, on the wrong damn side of the law. Caught on the wrong side, on the wrong damn side of the law. Caught on the wrong side, on the wrong damn side of the law. Caught on the wrong side, on the wrong damn side of the law. Caught on the wrong side, on the wrong damn side of the law. Caught on the wrong side, on the wrong damn side, on the wrong damn side, on the wrong damn side of the law.
Did you guys make it? Did your heart pills keep you alive? Again, I don't know why. I feel bad shocking and appalling all of our listeners to that punk rock because it has a message. And to share that message with us is Veronica Johnny from the Johnnies. Welcome.
Hi, Miss Jiff. How are you?
I'm doing fantastical. I'm so excited about today because you're freaking awesome.
Oh, thank you. I think the same thing about you.
Well, aw shucks. That really wasn't a punk rock response, but golly gee. So we have much to talk about because throughout history, people look at rockers, especially punk rockers, as the most useless and obnoxious of the rocker family tree. But you, Miss Veronica Johnny, are doing so many great things and using your voice for good and not for evil.
Thank you. That's right. I do.
So you're on the right side of the cosmic justice, just the wrong side of the law, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part of being a punk rocker.
So talk to me real quick about the wrong side. You sent me a quick message talking about the system is backwards and politicians do illegal things, yet elders and protesters are arrested. So you want to expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Just as our southern neighbors in the States, there's lots happening up here in Canada, and lots of laws are being passed that are really opposite to what a lot of Canadians want. And our current government, just seems to be doing its own thing without really consulting people and without consulting First Nations as is legislated. And so lots of people, lots of artists, musicians, all kinds of our people, elders, youth are on the front lines with Idle No More, and the song On the Wrong Damn Side of the Law really is our Idle No More song. We opened the Indigenous Music Awards with it, and I got to have my dream performance with two 8-foot flames on either side of me. That was one of my dream things to do, is to perform with fire on stage, and we got to do that. So that was pretty exciting, and it's always good to write about things that matter, and this is definitely something that matters.
If anybody can find that show on YouTube, it was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. It was like I said, it was a dream come true. And we also had Thomas Starwalker Clare, who is a traditional powwow dancer, join us on stage, and it was just incredible.
In the full regalia and makeup, and it was pretty awesome. Again, right? Traditional dancing and fire. Like, where do you go from there?
Yeah, and punk rock, exactly.
Where do you go? I love it. I love it. I love it. So you have a new free album I just saw on Facebook. You want to share a bit about that with all of our listeners? The links are on our Facebook. But tell us about the SoundCloud and the project and just break it down, because this looks like quite a compilation here.
Yes. Well, I'm sure everyone down there has heard about a tribe called Red, really breaking barriers and breaking sound waves, mixing powwow music with hip hop and dance, and so they're the first ones on the album. So the album is a Cree compilation. The entire album is all in Cree. The Johnny's got to perform on it as well with our song Nisagi Tan Kia Kiso Skatun, which means I'm loving your heat. And I'm a Cree language advocate. My mother's first language is Cree, and with the project, basically Cree is our main means of communication that connects us with our past, strengthens our social, emotional, and spiritual well-being, and reinforces the importance of our traditions, cultures, and modern way of life. And so the album's called Nehiao Nigamanak Oyawak Oschi Nanaskom Moen, and it literally means Cree songs howls for gratitude. And there's I believe 13 tracks on the album. One is even Happy Birthday to a Cookum song. And there's a variety of artists from all across Canada on the album. And as you said, it is available for free on SoundCloud. And if people want to go and get this album, they can go to nehiawin.com, which is www.nehiyaweewin.com, or nwtmetination.ca, and you'll find the links from there.
And you can post links on our Facebook too, because I don't think people can make notes while they're driving in their car right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Nehiawin. It means the Cree people. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I will make sure I do that.
Excellent. So moving on, I just have so much questions. I don't know if I want to be like informational and a real journalist asking the questions, or if I want to be like, okay, who's cuter, Derek Miller or Stevie Salas? Because I don't know who to gun for at this point.
Stevie, for sure.
Okay,
Stevie.
see, that's what I was thinking, right? But I figured Derek Miller might be an easier catch or whatever. You know what I mean? Like an almost dead fish. Okay, so okay.
No, I think Stevie's pretty easy too.
Is he?
Just kidding.
No. I see. This is what I need. I've been stalking him for like 3 years, and all of our listeners knew about it, but I never had the girl balls to call him, because what am I going to say?
Oh,
it's
call
Stevie
him.
Salas. Oh, I interviewed him last month, and I made him say words that I spliced together to say, "Mischief is beautiful. Will you marry me?"
Oh my God, that is awesome. I love it. I love it.
Okay. So what is it like, speaking of love and loving it and loving heat, what is it like working with your man and living with your man and being creative with your man? Because that seems like it's a lot of time together.
A lot of my man.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, it's a good thing. I love him so much. We've been together for 13 years, and this is our dream life, and we're living it together, and we're still very much in love. We just celebrated 13 years together. We're back here in my home community of Fort Smith, Northwest Territories, Canada, which is pretty much up in the subarctic. And we celebrated with a traditional ceremony with the same elder that married us 13 years ago. Yeah, and it was amazing. You know, we're right outside the Wood Buffalo National Park. And so there's always buffalo on the road. They're actually bison. They're huge. They're like the size of a van, right? And as we were driving in with the elder to the location, which is out in the bush, there was this one grandfather buffalo, and he actually walked us in. Like, he was in front of us, and we were very respectful. We kept our distance, and he walked us into our ceremony. It was like magical.
Oh my goodness.
And that's what it's like to work with my husband, Dave. You know, it's magical. You know, we keep each other laughing. We're creative together. You know, Dave's mom is always like, "Oh, don't encourage him while we're being silly." And I'm like, "Hey, that's what I'm here for, you know, is to encourage my man." And he encourages me. And you know, what can I say? I'm just a lucky woman.
Yeah, and now I'm a little more jealous, but it's okay. I'll get over it in a few minutes here. So, okay, I dabble in music, but everybody does a better job of it, so I don't pursue it too much. It's my medicine, you know. But
nice.
I know that, like, in the shower, a song will hit, and you have to get out of the shower and dry off your hand and sing into your phone. So what happens when it's, like, 2 a.m, you're sleeping, and Dave's like, I got this song in my head, strum it out, Veronica, what do you guys do? Do you wake up, or do you tell him to just put a sock in it until, like, the morning?
Oh, well, Dave writes entire songs in his head. He actually can produce an entire, he's amazing. Well, he's a writer, right? He's a word man, and he actually is a copy editor as well. And so he can compose complete, and at the age of 5, he was already into AC/DC. He was a rocker at the age of 5, buying his first AC/DC album. So Dave is a huge influence in my life. And when we actually first met, we started talking. We started a band together called the Whiskey Dicks. It was a cover band, and I was the Whiskey Dick chick. And we talked about what kind of music we really wanted to be doing. And both of us were like, I love Joan Jett, I love AC/DC, I love all of this punk rock and roll music, and that's. Once we got together, we just thought, people already started calling us the Johnnies. We kind of didn't even name ourselves. People were just like, oh, it's the Johnnies, Veronica and Dave Johnny. So it all came fairly easily, actually. I like to think that I'm guided by my ancestors, and I ask them for guidance and direction, and offer them feasts and sacco often. And I just feel like I just do what my ancestors tell me, and I just don't really think about it too much.
And that's rock and roll. You can't think about it too much, because if you think about it too much, you don't follow, or actually you don't create this path that you and Dave had. So because you get in your head, if you think about it, oh, I needed this, or I should get a job, or how do I cover this giant tattoo? Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. So it's more about feeling and trusting that intuition. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm also a traditional hand drummer, and I often host drum circles for youth and women. And that's the main thing I talk about all the time, is trusting your intuition, that direction within that we all have, and to trust that when your body tells you something, just to go with that and trust yourself, because you're the only one that feels and hears that voice. Well, and there's consequences almost to not listening to yourself. You feel it. You feel it in your stomach. You feel it in your chest.
That's right.
You know. You know when you ain't acting right. That's what I got to say. Yeah. And, I really feel like I'm both forms of my music that I do out there, both the traditional and both the punk rock and the rock and roll. I really feel that they're both healing. They're just healing in a different way. And that's kind of how I see the work that I do is I just try to empower people through music and to trust themselves. Yes, and wherever you can find your medicine. I know that I couldn't have got through all these breakups without loud, angry chick music.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
I interviewed Buffy, and I said, a lot of people love your politically charged songs, and I love all your breakup songs. Am I missing the point? But it's finding the medicine where you can. If it's in storytelling or spoken word, or, get in where you fit in, and get in where you can calm down enough to hear yourself, or get the angst out. And again, I'm a rocker. Right. Were you born cool like Dave? Or did you have did you get cool in high school?
No, I kind of don't even consider myself cool even still, but Dave's laughing. He's laughing at me right now. No, I was into pop music, and, I only actually really got into rock and roll in my later years, within the last 20 years, I guess I should say, and I grew up on honky tonk, right? That's awesome. And so I love a variety of music. And now that I'm actually studying music in Toronto. I'm going into my 3rd year, and now my mind's just been totally blown open with, classical music. And Brian Wright McLeod, who wrote the Encyclopedia of Native American Music, the book, is our music instructor for Indigenous music. And I'm just so in love with so many Indigenous musicians now, and the music, and just, I'm just bursting with music. Dave and I are actually writing our 4th album, and our working title for our 4th album is called Lucky 13.
Oh,
Yeah, and because you know all of our other albums. Our first was I Like It a Lot in 2007. Our second was Louder, Faster, More Fun in 2010. Rock came out in 2013, which is the album that On the Wrong Damn Side of the Law is on. And so true to our releasing an album every 3 years, Lucky 13 is slated to be released next year in 2016. So we're working on it. We have some songs, and we're continuing to write.
How is it like writing music together when it's like, I love you, no, I love you, no, I love you, no, I love you? Like, how do you get, like, even, God.
Well, we both come in with different songs. We both have songs we write ourselves and then present to each other and then change as a duo, and mold them into what we want to say. And then we actually sit down and write songs together with a certain intention, very similar to, when a drum song is caught, you start with an intention. Why do you need the song? What are you going to sing about? What are you trying to change? What perspectives are you trying to maybe switch over? And then you write the song from there. And we're actually currently doing 2 songwriting workshops in our home community of Fort Smith up in the territories with youth aged 13 to 17. And so constantly doing workshops like this actually helps us with our own songwriting because it's, we're doing it, we're learning about it, and we're teaching it at the same time, and we're doing it. So it just helps to not have a day job and to just continually trying to get workshop work like this,
Yeah, and you're isolated in the freezing Canadian tundra.
Yeah.
So in between making out and playing with buffalo, apparently you guys are capable of writing music.
That's right.
What you need to do is write the Punk Rock Guide to Marriage, apparently. I'm still just blown away.
Punk Rock Guide to Marriage. That's what we need to write a book about. That sounds good. Dave's into that.
Hi, Dave.
I'm getting a smile.
Well, I
Hi,
like
Dave.
the first copy.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
I'm like,
yeah,
goodness.
Yeah. Well, the secret to a happy marriage is lots of sex. Lots of really, really good sex. Loud, crazy, awesome sex.
Do you listen to Barry White or the Johnnies when you do the dirty?
Barry's on the playlist when we're in bed. Oh, for sure. Totally. Yeah. Lots of sexy music, for sure.
I'm never gonna give you up. Oh, oh my goodness.
That's how we stay youthful too. People always. I'm 46 years old. People are always mistake me for being in my early 30s, or which I still have a hard time believing. But and then they ask me what my secret is, and I just said, hey, those big O's, sex. Sex keeps you young.
See, that's chapter 1.
Yeah, okay, chapter 1 of the Punk Rock Guide to Love. Lasting love, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah, get naked, yeah. Light the candles, put on the Barry White.
Oh, my goodness. Did you ever see that movie, Leon Phelps, The Ladies' Man?
Oh, Ladies' Man.
I
just
pictured
brought up the Ladies' Man, Dave. Oh,
Dave's
my God, are you kidding?
The punk rock Ladies' Man.
Yeah, well, we really love Leon Phelps, and he is the ladies' man. And I have my own ladies' man right here across from me. And, we just love to make love.
That is awesome. Awesome. Well, we have to get your head out of the gutter, Miss Veronica. Are you touching him right now? Are you holding his hand?
Oh, I could hold his hand.
No, I don't want you to. That's the point. I want you to focus.
Okay, focus.
So you're learning music. It's a language.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the more you learn, it's maddening because there's more directions you can go and more sounds you can create and fourths and sevenths and diminish this and blah. So is it making you crazy? Are you just overcharged, inspired, or?
It's actually blown my mind wide open to the possibilities. And, the more I analyze music, the more I realize what can be done. But the most important thing I think I've learned is to simplify. That's really the important thing, to only have in that song what's important, and how the listener, especially today, really needs new sounds within the song. One of our songwriting rules I learned in school is the listener needs something new every 10 seconds in a song. And so this is something we're definitely applying as we write our next album, Lucky 13, that we're applying that within our production. Because both Dave and I have co-produced all of our albums together, and we'll be co-producing this one too. I'm also an audio engineer, and I record all of our demos prior to going into the studio. And so, yeah, that's basically, it just really helps. And just like any learning, right? You learn something new, you apply it to your life.
Yes, ma'am. My mom always says, kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll try to apply that.
Yeah.
To most
yeah.
things.
And learning from the Kiss master himself, Gene Simmons, Gene Simmons is like an amazing business person. And so I try to take what he does and apply it to the Johnnies as well, because I am the manager of the Johnnies. We're currently assembling a team because it's becoming too much for me. We're becoming too busy, and so we're assembling a team in Toronto as we speak.
Awesome. Well, do you mind holding on for a moment while I get to some station business? Please,
Sounds
please,
good.
please. All right, woman, we'll be right back with you. No smooching.
Okay.
We like the cars that go boom. We're Tigra and Bunny, and we like the boom.
Hey, Bunny, gross me out. That car in your backyard doesn't even match your outfit.
Oh my god, Tigra, gag me with a spoon. I guess I need to get rid of it and get a new one.
Ooh, let's drive it off a cliff like Thelma and Louise.
Or drive it to Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein is thousands of miles away, and this car only gets 4 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, you're right. But you know what? I could donate it to KVMR and get a tax write-off, and then I could totally go get some new shoes.
Oh my god, that sounds totally hard. How do you do it?
It's like totally easy. Even though there's not an app for it, you just call 1-877-411-3662 or go to centerforcardonations.com. They'll come and totally take it away.
But we live in Arizona.
Well, you can do this from anywhere in the U.S., even the San Juan Ridge.
Will they take my Ski-Doo? Since I drove it over a sand dune, it hasn't totally been the same.
If it has an engine, they'll totally take it.
My spaceship?
Does it run on gasoline?
No, dilithium crystals.
I think you better put that one on Craigslist.
Remember, donate your vehicle to KVMR from anywhere in the United States just by calling 1-877-411-3662 or go online to centerforcardonations.com. Do it before the end of the year for a tax receipt.
It's like totally the right thing to do. Now, how am I going to get to Liechtenstein?
Okay, was that Edith Ann and Adriana, our membership coordinator and volunteer coordinator? You guys, after this show, we're going to go and we're going to talk like this for the next 2 hours because I didn't know you guys can hang like that. Whatever. Alcoholism is a cause of family trouble for over 1/3 of Americans, according to a 2014 Gallup poll. Al-Anon Family Groups offers help to friends and families of problem drinkers. There are no financial costs nor religious affiliations involved. al-anon.org. Recording artist, author, and sound healing specialist Trish Devney will talk about how sound heals and will play Crystal Singing Bowls on Thursday, August 6th. That's tonight, 7 p.m. at the Unitarian Universalist Community of the Mountains at 246 South Church Street in Grass Valley. Soundshifting.com. Now back to Veronica. Are you still there?
Hello.
Oh my gosh. So anyways, you guys do writing workshops and do shows with fire. That's so cool.
I know, it's so cool.
Oh my gosh. You guys, and you little love romance? Seriously, gag me. Oh my goodness.
I know, it's thickening.
Yeah, I'm a little still grossed out and bitter, but I'm waiting for that book because you guys say when you write stuff, there's an intent. People miss intent in life and so much. I want to start something here in Sacramento, California. If you don't drink, there's nothing to do. So really your intent has to be to go get trashed and try not to get manhandled for a few hours.
Yeah.
So, it seems like intent encompasses your life, your intent to write, your
everything.
intent to take care of your man, your man's intent to take care of you. an awesome bigger picture you guys are tied into, and I honor and respect that.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. Working with youth has really kind of focused me, and I love working with women. Those are my two focus markets, is youth and women, and I've been doing it for, I don't know, well over 10 years now. And that's always what the elders talk about, is intention. And what is your intention? Why do you do stuff? And with the Johnnies, Dave and I, when we decided to get married, which was so crazy because our whole lives, both of us were like, never getting married. We met, we became friends, we started a band, we both had other partners. We both broke up with our other partners the same weekend without knowing it, went to a gig and got together, and a month later we were engaged. And it just happened so fast, and just like, one thing after the other. And when we decided to put together the Johnnies, our band, and get married, I was like, well, if I'm going to spend $500 on one outfit, it's going to be a pair of custom-made black leather pants. And so instead of buying myself a white wedding dress, I bought myself a custom-made pair of black leather pants that I still have, and perform with, when we play, perform with the Johnnies. And that's part of my intent was like, I want to see more rockin' women on stage in black leather pants playing electric guitar. And that was part of my mission. That was part of my intent, is to be that role model, because Joan Jett, is huge. I actually, both of my guitars that I perform with the Johnnies are Gibson Melody Makers, the Joan Jett edition. I have one white one and one black one. And I just love these guitars. And Joan Jett has been a huge inspiration to me.
But see, the inspiration keeps inspiring. Like, I struggle with being an Indigenous woman. Am I Indigenous enough? Do I look? And if I look too Indigenous, I get all the questions. Oh, what tribe are you? Tell us about your people, while I'm sitting next to you on a freaking bus. I struggled being myself. And I was like, like, Dave, I was born cool. I don't know if you remember Jim and the Holograms, the cartoon. I was a misfit. I was the bad girl, know. So 5 years old, my jean jacket, I was ready to rock. But society doesn't meet rockers well, and the feisty very well. No. So it's been a struggle for me to accept myself, be the who I am, and use the voice and platform that Creator's given me.
Yes, absolutely. We all come into contact with people who they're just really curious, and they don't even realize how dumb their questions are. And so I apply things like, I like to hang out with elders and apply traditional teachings to my daily life. And a lot of it is flexibility and forgiveness, And so the thing is that these people are just being curious, and they want to understand. And it's the same thing, as a female engineer. I used to be a computer tech, as a female musician, like in all of it, as a female punk rocker, we need a lot of flexibility and forgiveness, because it's all about educating people and taking the time to go, hey, you know what, when you ask me a question like that, this is what it comes off as. And if you want to understand, maybe there's a different way you can come around it. But, I'm a language advocate. I'm a feminist, I'm a activist, and a punk rocker and an engineer. And so a lot of these things, you kind of have the stuff happen all the time. And so that's the teaching from the elders, is flexibility and forgiveness. And so I just try to apply that as much as possible.
But I guess I get so frustrated because as a First Nations person of this country, why don't they already know? It's oh my goodness. I guess that's where it just ruffles my feathers, is that, here in American society, you can get Mexican food or Chinese food. Right. There's echoes of these other incorporated cultures throughout every city you go to, but we don't have an echo. So I find it still infuriating. And so when I get asked the questions, it's so hard to go to a place of compassion, because it's like, screw you for not even Googling us once.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of people perceive that we're a gone race, like that we don't actually even exist because of all that. But that's changing, and it's changing through art and music and advocacy and radio stations like Dreamwalk, you know, like it's all changing, and we're all a part of that change. And the thing is what I find really interesting is people are really, all people of all nations are really attracted to the drum, and they're really attracted to our teachings. And so that, you know, walking that fine line between appreciation and appropriation is becoming difficult for a lot of people, because they just want to take it on as their own, because it just speaks to them, you know, at a spiritual level, you know, and within their body, they feel it, or in their heart, you know. And so, I guess, you know, because I'm a hand drummer, and because I hang out with a lot of elders, that I feel that, and I, you know, when you handle medicine, the drum is medicine. And I'm also Bear Clan, so I do, you know, smudge people and stuff like that. I do handle a lot of medicine, and you have to really manage your energy, right? Yes. And so I do have to go to that place. And, you know, I'm actually working on my anger. Like, I need to get my anger out more, and actually punk rock helps me do that, you know? And so, you know, that's, I guess, what I always try to do. And On the Wrong Damn Side of the Law is perfect song for getting your anger out about that, you know, because I'm screaming.
Yes, you are.
And I'm swearing, you know, and I got a message, and so it's really fun way to deal with it.
Well, and you
have a lot.
Studying music and language, those preserve culture. It's like this giant nutshell of everything you do in the big picture. Encompasses, preserves, and educates culture. So that's awesome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky, I get to do what I do. And, you know, Dave has supported me in that on all these years. You know, Dave has done 3 jobs sometimes at once just to make sure the Johnnies are happening. And then I have the ability to, you know, work on our band and work on our business and work on getting workshops. So I have Dave to thank for a lot of that, because he made sure the bills were paid.
Yukoke Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Well, what would you like to say in the last minute or so here to all of our listeners?
Well, I am really honored that I got to talk to you, and that I got to be on KVMR. Yeah, and you know, just in researching your radio station, you know, and seeing where you broadcast, I just really want to bring the Johnnies, you know, to California. And, you know, I think it would be amazing to come to Nevada County. And I think we should make it happen.
I think we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I've already been thinking about it, but I feel so bad about traumatizing people, because, like, hip-hop's hard to place, you know, hard rock is hard to place. Everybody kind of seems to want that middle ground, Americana folkish pop. So,
right.
But you know what? Everybody likes to rock out on the weekend, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to get you guys here, and we'll get you in the studio and just freak out all the squares, man.
That sounds awesome. Well, we'll show up with our leather and sunglasses. And we won't say much.
I keep thinking of how much hide it would take to cover my hiney. It's going to be a 5-count project.
I would love to see you in some leather pants. You got to make that happen too.
Yeah, so would most of our listeners, honey bunny. Okay. Well, Veronica, Johnny, thank you so much for spending time with us. Give Dave a big old smooch for us. TheJohnnies.com. You're on Facebook, The Johnnies. Instagram, The Johnnies Rock. Somewhere on the Twitter. I say stay connected. Rock. You guys are doing amazing stuff, and I am so thrilled and honored I got to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Miss Jiff. We love KVMR Radio.
Yeah, you do, girl. All right, well, Yukoke Cheeto, my friends, and we'll keep in touch.
That sounds good.
All right, well, let's get to the new song then. Help me say it. Nisa Gitan Kia Kiso
Skatuan.
Yes. Well, here we go,
I love
kids.
your heat.
All right, I'm loving your heat, Mama. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
Take care, girl. Oh, my goodness, was that too much fun? Sometimes I feel like it's too much fun. Well, let's get to it, kids. Some more music while we wrap up our little Thursday dream walk. Thanks for listening.
Nisagitan Kya kisuskatu Nisagitan Kya kisuskatu Namoya Namoya miyasin kanagotak Namoya miyasin kanagotak Magaegwa Nisagitan Kya kisuskatu Nisagitan Kya kisuskatu
So, kids, that was how you do the Johnnies. For our smoke signal of the week, Little Bear from Sierra Native Alliance gave me a long laundry list of shout-outs. So I'm going to say what up to Lauren, Stacy, Jerry, Travis, and Flying Eagle from the Sierra Native Alliance. I don't know why I have Steve Rhodes' name written down here. Is he there too? Well, what up, Sierra Native Alliance in Auburn? I love you guys. I love your organization. Not like you're organized per se, but you guys have a lot of groups. Two-Spirit youth groups, family groups, was it the White Buffalo Medicine sobriety groups, education groups, instrument making groups. Sierra Native Alliance blows them out of the water. SierraNativeAlliance.org. So I'm going to get back to the music. I'm going to keep it rocking for you because that's what I have to do now. I can't come down from this high, and I don't want to dab nab it. So we'll be right back to wrap up this week's Dreamwalk. I always get sad here, so I nervously ramble because I don't want to let you go. All right, my lovelies, we'll be back.
watched the sun come up this morning, then I watched it slip away. loneliness is all I know. Ever since the day she told me that it was time for her to go. She always knew just how to hurt me. She always knew how I'd react. The final move was to desert me and leave me hoping she'd come back. Well, you can say I'm down and out. She took everything I had. Lately I've been finding out I'm getting good at feeling bad. I'm getting good at feeling bad. Ticket anyway. You might as well forget about me. My part's been written from the play. Another song without me. You don't have to make it sad. Everybody's good at something. I'm getting good at feeling bad. I'm getting good at feeling. I'm getting good at feeling bad.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys, that was Indigenous, Matunanji. Before that was Link Ray with Switchblade. We claim him now, being that he is a missing rock link to why punk rock and the sound came from Link Ray and his magical abilities. That Stevie Salas said did not involve him punching holes in his speakers to get that sound. I'm still totally confused on how he got that sound, but he got that sound, people. That's what he did. So for the end of the 11 o'clock hour, if I can hold back the tears, we would like to thank Sweetland Garden Supply in downtown North San Juan, offering organic soils from Black Gold and Sunshine Advance, bulk vermifier direct to your door, organic nutrients, compost tea, grow pots, veggie starts, and more. Open 6 days a week, 530-292-9000. Dig it! Pine Street Burgers in Grass Valley, part of the South Pine family, serving all-natural, hand-formed patties on grilled artisan buns plus wraps, Casper's dogs, salads, and dairy-free shakes. Pine Street Burgers is open daily for lunch and dinner at East Main Street and Dorsey Drive. Menus at pinestreetburgers.com. I'm feeling all punk rock right now. I don't want to go and you can't make me. Should I just tell Mark Cougar Birdie, the next guy who's coming up, just to kick rocks, and I'm going to play another hour of whatever I want? Should I do that? No, I just saw him walk by the studio door. So I guess that is my cue to say, once again, I'm kind of my friends, that we gotta go.
Well, I left my broke down pickup down to Prophet, and I'm calling reservation bound tonight. Well, I live my life from day to day, yeah, hand to mouth, the only way. When payday comes is powwow 49. Well, I'll fix my truck this week and top the rolling, and I'll work all week and get my sleep tonight. But when Friday comes, I go my way, 'cause I don't know no other way. When payday comes, it's Highway 49. Yeah.
'cause every weekend holds a powwow summertime.